I was diagnosed with esophageal cancer in August 2018. I am still having ongoing treatment following the radical treatment I had in 2018. I've got a very bad stricture, which was caused by the radiotherapy, which means that my esophagus closes regularly, and I have to have dilatations every 6 to 8 weeks to enable me to eat and drink. Can't eat normal food. Everything which you would consider normal, sort of meat, bread, vegetables, fruit, they get stuck. I've got a very narrow esophagus, so everything has to be either pureed or mashed, depending on the stage between the dilatations. So quite often when I'm eating, food will get stuck and it's extremely painful. I wouldn't call myself a foodie. I enjoy food. I detest cooking. So I wouldn't describe myself as a foodie. I was more of an afternoon tea person. It was in 2019 I was introduced to Wiltshire Farm foods by my dietitian. At first they didn't understand the severity of the stricture, and every food that I was advised to try just didn't work, and I was really struggling. I'd lost a massive amount of weight and I really didn't need to lose any more. I really didn't want to be tube fed again, and meal times were becoming really, really stressful. I didn't know what to eat, or I was pureeing everything, which wasn't working particularly well with my handheld blender. And the dietitian said to me, have you thought about Wiltshire Farm food meals? They do some fantastic meals that are specialist meals. They are for people with swallowing issues, and they do different levels, which is what you need. So I had a look and decided I'd try a few of the level 4 meals, and I found those went down quite easily. And because they're pre-prepared, they're in the freezer, it makes life a lot easier for me. At the time, obviously, I wasn't very well. I was still recovering from the chemo radiotherapy, so it was just so easy to have them delivered into the freezer and then just get a meal out as and when I needed it, pop it in the microwave, and it really did take the stress out of meal times. The time difference is quite a big deal, actually. It takes me a very long time to eat. I have to be very careful. I have to eat very slowly. When I had to prep it before as well, cook it all and then puree it all, it was taking such a long time just to do an evening meal. Whereas with the Wiltshire Farm evening meals, I can just pop it in the microwave. It's usually done 10 minutes at the most, and then I can sit down and take my time eating it. It also means that the food is still warm, whereas when I was having to puree it myself, it was virtually cold. So I was quite often eating cold meals, which was unpleasant. So it's much nicer to be able to eat a warm meal in the evening. I try and stay positive, and I always have done. A lot of people said that even throughout the treatment I was very positive and always stayed sort of happy and smiling. I try and take each day at a time, see what the day brings, and I find that gives me joy. If I was having a rough day, I would ask for cheesy jokes, and my friends would post cheesy jokes to cheer me up.
What do you call a French man wearing sandals?
Don't know.
Philippe Fallope.